What is it that you both do for a living?
So I work for a gourmet burger company called Burger Fuel. I'm their people and culture specialist. So make sure that people want to show up to work, feel the love, feel rewarded, feel recognised.
I'm a sustainable living inspirer, educator, author, and influencer.
And what is your hourly rate or your salary?
So I am on 85 I'm on 80 with benefits like a car and phone, but that's not really a perk these days. It's kind of standard.
80 grand.
How many hours a week do you both work?
So it's a classic 40-hour a week job. 80 hours, that'd be double. 40-hour a week work, yeah.
I work 24/7 because of my work, so
Self-employed.
yeah.
And what are the best and worst parts of your jobs?
Ooh, I love travelling New Zealand. I love hanging out with people and seeing what makes them tick and seeing how I can make them feel rewarded in their work. And the worst part of my job, the commute. It's a shocker. It's going to be an hour and a half each way.
So the best part is my job is my life. Yeah, which is awesome. I feel like I'm never working, but I'm never living. I guess that's the worst part, is that it kind of all interacts with each other. I have to consciously make space to not be switched on, to create content and present to people and talk and stuff. So yeah, it's the best and the worst. Yeah, it's all great, usually great.
When's the last time you both got a pay rise?
A year ago. A small bump, I think.
I told myself I'd give myself a pay rise this year. I haven't yet done that. I've been travelling instead, but I think I deserve it. So my boss, myself, might give myself a pay rise.
Have you met your KPIs, okay?
I need to do a self-review and see if that can happen.
And how has the cost of living increase impacted on your day-to-day lives?
We live very small lives in terms of we don't buy many things intentionally, whether it's clothes. We go to farmers markets for food a lot, so our day-to-day life hasn't been as impacted, but it's the pressure of not being able to do anything else other than what we're currently doing. We just see the price of cheese, we see the price of everything going up, and we're like, well, thank God we don't really do much. Well, we do a lot, but we don't do spendy stuff, and now it's like out of reach almost.
I think because we do try to live not a minimalist lifestyle, but we literally mainly just spend money on food. We repair things, look after things. Sustainable living that's my work, that's how it happens. So that's a benefit for us, I think, because we're already in that thrifty kind of mindset. But it definitely not changed too much because we grow a lot of our own things when we are at home. But I think now it's quite exciting because our lives may actually get better because we shop at farmers markets and places that are actually more affordable now, more affordable than grocery stores. And so that's exciting because the more people, the more demand there is for sustainable, locally grown produce. Yeah, it's almost exciting, which I know cost of living, it's still really hard, but farmers markets, I think people are also realizing, sorry to harp on about farmers markets, but people are also realizing sustainable living actually costs less.
It's becoming a more attractive opportunity.
Totally.
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes me excited. People are forced to be more creative and to actually repair something and also not buy fast fashion.
And what are your thoughts on unions?
I love the concept. I really like how it can unite people to get fair or whatever. I do struggle sometimes with unions when they overreach, and we were just in India, and we were in the south of India, for example, talking to the tea field operators, and they were so unionized and they demanded such a high rate that 4 out of the 5 major tea operators had to close down because they couldn't afford wages. So unions can be incredible, but they can also overstep and end up in unemployment or even further crises across society. So it's a double-edged sword.
Very similar thoughts. I don't think I have any more thoughts on unions that you didn't just say. Yeah.